Relax into your present moment experience. Notice that when we tune in, there are the changing phenomena of life that we notice. Part of what we notice certainly is that there's, we have whatever's going on in our physical body, our nervous system, the energy and sensations in our body, our feelings, our emotions, our thoughts, our breath. There's a lot of layers and dimensions of how we experience ourselves in any given moment. So tune in right now and notice what's in your environment right now. It's generally helpful to start with a couple of deep breaths. That helps us to get ourselves settled in our body. So deeply breathing in and then let a long, slow relaxation happen. It can be helpful to bring your attention through your body from head to toes as you breathe out. And really allow anything that you find that's a bit contracted or too active for this moment to relax and settle. So we need a lot of activation in our muscles and our systems. Our nervous system has to be alert. Our brain is working, assessing what's going on around us. We're thinking about things and drawing conclusions and having reactions and all of that stuff that has to happen in the external world. We need a much, much lower level of that going on when we're doing a practice like this. And our system doesn't really shift gears all that quickly from the external world mode to the internal. Sometimes it helps to remind ourselves that we could actually just withdraw from the external world for a bit and allow ourselves to focus inward and to relax during this practice. Check the kind of main points in the body where we hold tension. A lot of us, it's the forehead or the eyebrows. We have that feeling of worrying about something, or there's something going on in the thoughts behind the forehead that keeps some tension going there. So if that's the case for you, allow your forehead muscles to soften. And you could move your eyebrows up and down a couple of times and then let that whole area of your face relax. Letting go of any worry or tension, just for the moment. And then check your jaw and your mouth. Especially when we are holding back during the day, we can develop habits of tension and tightness through the jaw, the hinges of the jaw, the tongue, the vocal cords. The whole of our mouths can be quite tight. Make sure there's a bit of space between your upper and lower jaw. And allow yourself to relax into that deactivation of the whole speaking system. And then tune into the back of the neck and shoulders. This is where our protective energy is often engaged. We might have muscle tightness through the neck and shoulders into the large muscles of the back. And if that's the case, we could allow that to soften. And with this softness comes oxygen flow into the muscles and all kinds of good things for our bodies. And we can also notice if there's an activation of our survival instinct that's going on along the back of our body, the back of the neck. And notice if you feel safe in your environment right now, if it would be okay for that whole system to settle and relax. Let down your guard. Relax your neck and shoulders. Let that energy soften. Keeping your attention on your eyebrows and forehead, your jaw and your mouth, back of the neck and the shoulders, the back of your body. And then also pay attention now to the chest and the stomach area. The energy in the heart center, the area protected by the rib cage. And the energy in your stomach area, the navel center, maybe the lower belly. And notice there's this process of breathing that's happening, and the body is moving with that. Sometimes when we tune into the breath, we notice that we're holding our breath. Maybe we have reluctance to breathe in after we finished exhaling. Or maybe we hold on to the inhale, we hold on to that air. When we finish breathing in, we just don't quite want to let it go just yet, and then we hold on and wait, and then we breathe out and then breathe in again. So it's very common for stress and tension to create these kinds of holding patterns in the breath. It's a natural part of our survival systems as well, and these habits can carry over even when they're not needed. So if it's not needed for you right now, then see if you can allow your breath to loosen up just a bit. Let your muscles soften a bit. And bring your arms and your legs into your awareness as well, so that you're paying attention to your whole body, head to toes. And notice if there's anything in your body or in your attention as you're focusing on your body and your energy and your breath that feels like it needs to be changed. That there may be a feeling of there's just something that's not quite right here. And if there's anything like that that comes up, notice how it came up in your mind just then. It might have come up as attention to a sensation. There might have been an image or a memory come up, some kind of thought. It's natural for those kinds of things to come up. So whatever it is that you noticed, whether you're noticing that everything seems okay, or whether something came in that would feel like you could maybe soften a bit, or something doesn't feel quite in alignment, notice that. Notice if you can observe this with kindness and compassion for yourself, and a kind of objectivity where we're really noticing without judging. When we feel like we're out of alignment somehow, there's a way that that shows up. And it could show up as thought, it could show up as sensation. And see if there's some adjustment that you could do right now that would help to bring yourself a little bit more into alignment. It might be letting go of a thought. It might be noticing your breath, letting your breath and that smooth pathway of the breath bring everything back to center. And then let's set aside the question of alignment for a minute and focus more on the direct experience that you're having right now. So let go of any thoughts or ideas. And if they're in the mind, that's fine, that's normal. Just let them be a bit more in the background and focus in on your body right now, on your energy. See if there's an openness to accepting whatever it is that's in your experience right now. Notice your forehead and eyes. Soften the jaw and the mouth, the organs of speech. And if your mind is being kind of a bit compulsive or attention grabbing, allow that to be there and ask it to kind of move to the side just for a bit. We'll come back to thought again, but not right at this moment. Notice your jaw and then notice the back of the neck and the shoulders, the energy along the back as well. All of these systems that may need to be activated when we're out about in our daily lives. See if they can settle and become a bit less active for a minute. And that gives us this space and time to notice what's happening in our internal world, our body, our energy, our breath. Notice your chest and heart center, your stomach, muscles, the breathing. For a moment, rest your attention here. Without words or thought, we'll come back to that. Simply noticing your body, your energy, your breath. And notice if there's anything that you could do right now to make yourself a little bit more comfortable. It might be something physical, or it might be a letting go of something internally. Maybe there would be a bit more softness or relaxation in the breath. Getting back into active engagement with the world has its own energy and impetus. So for right now, we're just resting. Withdrawing our attention from the activity for a moment and resting in the silence or the stillness or the busyness or whatever it is that's happening in your internal environment right now. Notice your breath, your energy, your body. Notice if you can deactivate anything a little bit more. Muscles can soften, words can move to the background. Taking a respite as we attend to our experience without words and without the action that's needed in the world. And noticing if you can bring this alignment of relaxing and being present with yourself in this non-verbal kind of a way. If you can bring that alignment into the more active engagement with the world. So our external worlds are never really going to be completely in alignment. They're never going to be peaceful. They're never going to be exactly how we want them. And on some level, on this internal layers or level, nothing's ever out of alignment. We can attend to our experience with kindness and openness. We can reassure ourselves. Through this direct experience of resting with what is, with what's always free, always okay. And remember, set your intention to just notice this as well as what's going on in the external world, as how you're engaging with the world, with the more active process of thoughts and relationships and speech and vision and moving about and action. that this inner alignment, this inner stillness is here too. And we can touch back into that at any time. And when you're ready, open your eyes.